Hello Reddit, this is my submission for the DIY Project Car Mondays. What I have here is a 1984 Toyota Corolla GTS. I've had this thing for the past 7+ years now. Started off when I was 15 years old as a broke high school student, then moved on to a broke college student, still a broke college student, so yeah. It's been down for the past 2 years. Well, because I kept blowing up motors and breaking too many parts and burning a hole in my wallet overall. So I've been kind of set it aside to focus on my studies, then just work on it here and there as a project car. That's the idea, right? So let's go over my car. Start off with the exterior. The front bumper is a JDM front bumper with the Zenki lip. This is the Takumi special, you know. No lights or brackets. It's actually held on by zip ties. Does the job. Not for show or anything. It's actually practicality. The USDM bumpers that came with the car off the dealerships here in California, they're heavy as shit. They're like 50 pounds. Some crazy bullshit. Rear bumper, same deal. JDM Zenki rear. This one's beat up. No taillights right now. I'm actually doing a LED conversion on those, so I might do another update sometime later on for those. Wheels are some 60s Mustang slot mags. Got them off some Mustang guy locally. They fit pretty well, so yeah. Alright, not much else. It's got like 3-4 layers of paint on it. As you can see, the original color was red. Then I painted it white, and then now it's black. Okay, so interior time. So cockpit. Pardon the wiring mess. I'm actually trying to figure out a wiring issue right now. It's not, wasn't giving any fuel or power through the harness, so and it actually turned out to be this thing here, the ignition switch thing, and when I pulled it out, it fell apart in a million pieces, and all the ball bearings and springs and bullshit fell apart in a million pieces, so yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Junis steering wheel, I don't know, got this from Up Garage, Japan. Some Bride knockoff seat with a bunch of cool stickers. Yeah, cool stickers, gotta have cool stickers. And then auto power roll bar. It's not in just yet. I actually got it pretty recently. Still trying to clean it up. It had a crossbar and a harness bar. See here and up there. Looks ugly, right? I actually cut that out for well, 1, weight, and 2, so I can use the back seats. Occasionally drive my girlfriend's little sisters around, so you know, I like to keep being able to drive them around town. And don't worry, I'll put like some padding on it so they won't get hurt themselves. Oh, and I do have back seats, so I'll put those in a little later. Leather shift knob, some cheapo stereo with some cheapo amp. The interior used to be really clean. I'm actually really disappointed that I've really messed it up over the years. Oh well. Okay, motor time. Okay, so motor is a 7AG. Like I said, this one is number 4 going into the car. The other 3 just had terrible luck with those, and I didn't treat them all that well either, so it's also my fault too. So, like I said, 7AG. Actually, the original motors that came in these cars are 4AGs. The blue top variant, which is a low compression. This one's a hybrid. It's what makes this a 7AG is the bottom end. The block is the 7AFE block, which is a 1.8 displacement. So that's actually why I did this with the 7AFE block. It's 1.8 over the 4AG, which is 1.6. So I get the little extra bump. 7AFE crank, rods, oil pump, and pan and everything else, the pistons are 4AG high comp red top. The head is a high comp red top with the blue top 4AG cams. Oh, and the red top is a 4AG as well. And then 4AG blue top accessories and wiring. So yeah, Frankenstein motor, 7AG. I haven't driven it yet, but I drove in the car that motor was in last, and it pulled really well. So I'm looking forward to driving it. Pacesetter headers, Fidanza cam gears, do-it-yourself cold air intake. I cut a hole in the airbox and cut a hole in the wheel well. You can kind of see the heater ducting that I flared out under the wheel well to pull in cold air. It works surprisingly well too. You can see I have 2 oil caps. It's I'm using both intake side valve covers. The PCV valve should be going into the intake manifold, but this car has oil slosh problems going through turns, and it just dumps oil into the intake manifold. To combat this, plug the intake manifold and run the valve covers, the dual intake side valve covers, and ran the PCV valves into a catch can. And this is temporary as well, so please don't mind that. It's got a brake master cylinder heat shield from some 60s Celica or 70s Celica. Civic radiator, aluminum dual core. No real benefit running this guy. I just kind of like cleaning up the engine bay, and it was cheap at the time. I was looking at replacement aluminum radiators, and they were like shit, like $200. I was like, nah. I picked this up off a friend for $50, and I just kind of welded a tab to make it fit, and Oldsmobile top radiator hose, and I just extended the lower one a bit. Oh, and then you do need to install my alternator, battery, a few other things, but it's, you know, it's coming together. Kind of know what I'm doing. You know, I've had this thing for quite a bit. Suspension wise, it's got coilovers up front, shock and spring in the rear. The front coilovers are some Japanese company that's been out of business for the past 20 years or so. It's called Budo no Ki, with the 8 kilogram springs, HTS shocks all around. I don't have camera plates yet. I'm actually getting those soon. The rear springs are TRD 8 kilogram springs. It's got a panhard bar. I think that's kind of about it. Yeah, Corollas are pretty easy. This, you know, like I said, this thing isn't built to, you know, go fast or really, you know, for looks or anything. It does look cool in my opinion, but, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone else hates this piece of shit, which is okay with me. I really don't care. Yeah, so that's my car. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. It wasn't too boring for you. Alright, see you guys later.